my remaining students, how are they going to feel about this? Thank you, guys. How are they going to feel? So, hi everyone. Please jot down things. After this class, we'll be asking some questions that will need reply and answers to show that you understood what I'm talking about, because a lot of people will just, they don't understand what I'm saying. They now be saying, oh, I didn't teach you anything. I need you to open your mind, listen, jot down things, because I'll be asking some questions, or rather, yeah, something like that. So we are going to start by discussing the types of hair we have. We have, I don't know, should I start or should I give it like 20 more minutes before starting? This is, what time is it? 2:26. Okay, I'll start by 2:30. 2:30, that's in 4 minutes time. And the class is being recorded, so you can always go back and listen. Please go back and listen if you don't get anything. Hi, I forgot to tell this man to meeting. Hey. Two 27. We ask that the Holy Spirit take control of this class. In Jesus' name. It's 28. 2 minutes more to go. 2 minutes more to go. Two minutes more. One more minute to go. Sorry, guys. We're just using start before. Say slide up. How many subscribers? We're almost at 2,000. Okay. Calculate your cost price. Add your shipping costs. Always add an additional rate. Let's say 2:30. Hi guys. Hi. I'm so happy to meet you all. We'll be starting now. We'll be starting with the types of hair we have, because most of the people on this class, they don't have any experience. So I'm going to assume that everybody here does not have any experience about hair. So we don't skip any process, right? So if you're somebody if you're a guy, probably a guy who does not have any knowledge of what hair is, the type of hair we have, I'm going to start from the very primary so you can understand. Than just assuming that, okay, you people know what both states is, you know what this one is. Okay, so we're going to start from the basic, which is going back to the type of hairs we have. We have the virgin hairs, we have the single donor, we have, if you were in my last class, I'm sure I said this, I'm still going to say it because not everybody here was in my last class. Not everybody here know the types of hairs we have. We have the virgin hairs. Now, these virgin hairs is collected from, let's say like this I am now. They collect from me. They collect from my sister. If I had a sister, they collect from my mother. They collect from my aunties, and then they make a bundle. That is virgin hairs, like multiple, is, let's say multiple donor. It's collected from more than one person. And then they have the single donor, which is collected from one donor. Do you understand? It's collected like just from me to make a full fix. It's not collected from A, B, C, D. It's not collected from different hair textures. It's collected from just one hair texture, one person. That's the single donor. You can see they say single donor. The donor is just one person. And then we have the baby donor. The baby donor, which is like the best texture ever. It's collected from maybe younger donors, not necessarily children, younger donors that are not so old. You know, they have a better texture. Imagine Jidena's hair texture now is finer than, Jidena has this coily tip. It's finer than whatever Myla has on her head now. Do you understand? So imagine younger donors. You can't compare it with the hair of an adult. It's obviously different. So I think I have a virgin. I'm going to give you all the suppliers that you need to be successful. Do you understand? Even though you have paid very small amount compared to what we buy all these suppliers. So I have some hairs to show you. This time around, I thought to bring a sample so that you can have like a picture of what I'm talking about. So this hair now, I'm going to give you the supplier. You see, it's very fine. This is a virgin hair. Very, very fine. It's 2 bundles, but it's very, very fine. This is a virgin hair. It's gotten from multiple donor. It's not collected from just my hair. It's collected from my hair, Myla's hair, Chiwendu's hair, Norma's hair, Odochi's hair to make a complete fix. Do you understand? So it's not that it's bad. It's a good hair, but it's collected from multiple donor, and it's not that expensive like the single donor. It's affordable and it's nice. This does not mean that the hair is not going to last you. Do you understand? It's going to still last about 10 years, 5 years. In fact, with good use, 10 years. But it just means that they still have better textures. Do you understand? Obviously, you can't compare collecting hair from one person to collecting hair from different Achikote one, and you now put it together. So that is a virgin hair. This one is a virgin hair. I'm going to give you this supplier. Even though I shared this in the last class, I love their hair. But I'm still going to give you this supplier. But I'm still going to share a lot of new suppliers. But you need this supplier here. Right? Now, we have the single donor. Look at this bouncy hair I'm wearing, right? This is a single donor. I've had it for like 2020, since 2020. And I just brought it out of my box, right? I just told them to bob the fringe. I didn't roll it, as you can see, but the bounce, see, It has been there. Why can't you see me? You have to figure it out. I don't think it's from my own end. A lot of people are seeing me. Hope you guys are seeing me. Oh. Let's not be that I'm talking to myself. So this one I'm wearing now is like a single donor, not is like a single donor. So the quality is quite higher than the virgin hair and is more expensive than the virgin hair. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. And then I bought a surprise for you. There's this supplier that I bought 1.5 million. I've never shared it, but I feel like, I don't know why the spirit is actually leading me to give you all that contacts. Even though we have a lot of students here, do you understand? But I'm going to give you the supplier. Those people, they sell the best baby hair ever. Do you understand? And it's very, 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 very expensive. Most of you as a hair seller might not, you're not going to solely depend on this supplier. Now, let me show you their hair. I'm going to wear it for you at the end of my class. I bought this in 20. This is their hair. You see, it has a very tiny hair strand and it's just very silky. See, this hair you see is about 1 point something million cost price. Abi, yes. It comes, okay, I paired mine with a HT frontal. See, let me not even jump, but I'm just trying to show you what a baby donor looks like. You see, it's the best texture they have. It is so nice. It's extremely silky. I'll still give you the supplier, even though for those of you who are here that have already made it, that want to venture into luxury, selling only luxury hair, I'm going to give you, this is what you need. You're going to cash out. Okay? Now, I've showed you virgin hair, I've showed you single donor, I've showed you the baby donor. I hope you can be able to explain and you understand and differentiate these hairs. One. Now, I'm going to show you types of closures that we have. Now, you can message on Telegram, I think so, if you have something reasonable to say. So, types of closures that we have. This is a 2x4 closure. You see, it's very narrow, very tiny. This is a 2x4 closure. And the pattern is not going to be so long. And the width is not so broad. This is a 2x4 closure. I brought some closures. And I'm going to show you, we have a 2x4 closure. And we have a kincaid closure. Now, as I'm even bringing it out, you can see the depth. See, it's very long. The pattern is always longer than the 2x4. This is the 2x4, and this is, you can see. See, let's measure it. You can see. You see, this is how long this pattern is, and this is how long this pattern is. Obviously, the kincaid closure has more depth. Do you understand? It has a longer part. This is 2x6. The width is the same, but here is actually longer. The pattern you can see is very, very longer. This is 2x6 and this is 2x4. So you understand, this is just the basic closure. But if you want to do your bobs, we're still coming to that. You can do it, you can pair it with the kincaid because people usually prefer the kincaid when it comes to bone straight, long hairs. You can just do the kincaid. But the regular closures that we all use is the 2x4. And then we have the 2x6. 2x4, 2x6. It's too early to be asking questions. Please, you can drop it. Hope I see it. Now we have the 4x4 closure. I'm trying to see if I brought it. 4x4 closure. It's just wider. Is this it? No, this is the frontal. Where is my closure? Okay. The closure I have here. Yes, baby donor is called baby thin hair. It's the same thing, my darling. So this is a 4x4 closure. Why can't you see? Oh, God help you. I'll make a video. Don't know why you cannot see. Maybe you should go off and join again. This is the 4x4 closure. It's a bit broader. You can see the net. The net is broader than this 2x4. So these 2 times of this, you can see. So this is a 4x4 closure. It's wider. And then we have the 5x5 closure. It's also wider. Where did they give me the 5x5? So talking about the types of closures we even have the 6x6, the 2x4, the 2x6, the 4x4, the 5x5. I think they even have 7x7. Anyone you want, they have it. So, but the basic ones are just 2x4, 2x6, 4x4, and 5x5. I think we should just stop there, really, because anybody that wants to do a 6x6 can as well do a frontal. I don't know what the hype is all about. This is a 5x5 wider lace, and the pattern will be deeper. So this one, you can just stop at 5x5, and it gives the hair more volume. With this 5x5, you can do 200 grams of a long hair, and it will come out full, because this closure should weigh about 100 grams or 80 grams. Do you understand? So those are the type of closures that we have. And we have frontals. We have the 13x4 frontal, which I think is this 13x4 frontal. So the pattern is just like the 2x6. And then we have the 13x6 frontal, which is wider, is deeper. They didn't bring that one for me. I'm wondering why. It's deeper. It has a deeper part. So this is the 13x4. This is the regular one that we all use. Do you understand? And this is a regular lace. It's not HD. And then we have the HD lace. Those ones are higher and they disappear more. But I think this one, see, it will disappear, but to an extent. But the HD lace is more transparent. Let's see this one. Oh my God. This one will even disappear better. You can see. So those are the type of hairs we have. And now going to the type of hair textures we have the bone straights. I think that one I brought out is the bone straights. I have the bone straights. It means that even if the hair should coil like this, if you bring it out, it's going to eventually find its way back to getting straight. Yes, like this one now was packed, and you see it has a bit of flip curve. So now, if you should coil this hair, it's going to straighten back because it's a bone straight. The hair is supposed to be straight. It will not even accept coils. And then we have the natural straights. Those ones, okay. T-frontal. Let me answer this question before I move. Somebody say, what is a T-frontal? I didn't bother explaining what is a T-frontal because they brought it out that time there was COVID-19 and closures became really expensive. So they brought out a T-frontal. A T-frontal is less than 1 inch. Like the frontal, you can do your baby hair, but you cannot like pass it. It's only going to come with one pattern as a closure, either center or side pattern. But you cannot say, okay, let me follow from this center and do side. Mba. It's only 1 inch for your baby hair. So a T-frontal has just an inch lace for your baby hair and a pattern. So it's more like a closure, but it has allowance for you to do your baby hair. But you cannot say, okay, let me pack it. Let me do side pattern. Let me weave the frontal. No. It has just 1 inch of hairline for your baby hair. That's a T-frontal. So back to what I was saying. This is a bone straight, okay? And we have the natural straights. Oh my God. I don't have any bundle for the natural straights. Excuse me. So the natural straight just means that you can always coil it and it can have a form of, oh, I didn't bring that hair. It can retain coils. That's the natural uh, that's the natural straight. It's not bone straight. If you straighten it, there's every probability that if water should touch it, it's going to squeeze back. That is the natural straight. And then we have natural straight is like, when we started selling hair recently, that we have SDD, that hair that they call SDD, that Vietnam people brought out, that is very voluminous. That's natural straight. You can always coil it. Okay, let's say you get it. It's not a bone straight. You can always coil it and it will give you, and Chinese people also have it. Do you understand? Then we have the bouncy hair. Bouncy hair. I think I have a bundle to show you. This is a bouncy hair frontal. Bouncy hair. It has bounce. So if what I'm wearing is a bouncy hair. What I'm wearing is a bouncy hair. And this is a frontal. And this is another bouncy hair. I'm going to give you this supplier as well. But this is a Chinese bouncy hair. The texture is nice. See, this is a bouncy hair. It has bounce. Could be at the tip. The bounce is usually at the tip, but when you wig it, it will still like, hair will be straight and it could start like this. But this is not the hair I'm wearing. This is a single donor. Why this is a Chinese bouncy hair? You can see. So this Chinese bouncy hair could be referred to as a Beijing hair. Obviously, it's not gotten from any donor. It's not gotten from one donor. So this is a bouncy hair, right? And I'm going to show you, we have a coily hair too. For people who don't have any idea what all this is a coily hair, right? This is what a coily hair looks like. You people are in a hurry. Can you calm down? Let's enjoy the process. Then your questions can come in at the end. So you don't like make me skip something I want to say. This is a coily hair, right? So when it comes to coily hairs, we have different types of coily hair. Please jot down. We have the pixie coil. I'm not with the bundle, but it's the one that is like tinier. And we have the Burmese coil, which is this. We have the Burmese coil. We have the deep coily, right? We have different types of coily hairs with different names that they call it. So this is a coily hair in general. Now let's move down to what we have. We also have kinky straights. Those ones that are like afro. I don't know why I didn't bring mine. Those ones that are like afro, they're not bone straight. They have a bit of coarse texture. That's the kinky straights. Those are the type of hairs we have. We also have the wavy hair, like is wavy, and wavy hairs don't usually retain coils. So I would advise that if you're not the type that know how to style, just avoid wavy hair for now, because you're going to get it, and when you get it, by the time you scatter the bundles and wig it, it's going to look funny. So for you to enjoy the wavy hair, you need to know how to blow dry. You need to know how to layer. You layer it, you blow dry, you give it coils so that it can be very beautiful. Do you understand? You need to give it a pattern. So when wavy hairs are not usually it, unless you know how to style. So if you are just a regular seller trying to make money, or you're a student, you don't have that much capital, so I would advise you avoid baby hairs for now until you don't blow. Maybe say you feed a trial things. So now, those are the type of hairs we have. Now, if you're a newbie here, like if you're new into the business or you've not done the business at all and you're on a budget, I would advise to stick to hairs that sell out, hairs that people cannot do without. In the hair business, I've been able to understand that there are hairs that people cannot do without. That no matter what it is you're doing, you need to have these hairs because it's like pure water. It's like the air they breathe. People will always come and ask you, do you have bone straight? I want to buy a bone straight. I want to buy a bone straight. My network is not bad, I'm very sure. Or is it? So um hairs that move faster than the other, hairs that sell out faster than the other. I'm going to give you this tip. Bone straights. You can never go wrong with bone straights. People, the world is literally obsessed with bone straights. Hairs that people will always buy is bone straight. Bone straight, bone straight, bone straight. So whenever you're on a budget and you're trying to make an order, please endeavor to buy a bone straight. Okay? Bone straights could be the long bone straights, or it could be, I bought a short bob to show you guys. Okay, this hair, you can never go wrong with this hair. See, this is the bone straight, right? This is, I think, what length is this? This is a 10 inches bone straight. My supplier will give you an extra inch. This is a 10 inches bone straight, right? See, look at it very well. So now, aside long bone straights that sell out, we have the, really, we have the bobs. They sell out the most. See now, this length, 10 inches. When you're making it, you can do 10 and 8. You put the 8 under, you put the 10 on top. Then your closure should be like 12. When you're making all these short bobs that you have to cut after making it, you have to use like 2 lengths, or you can also use just 10 inches, but your closure might just be 14 inches. And if you look at these suppliers I'm going to give you, the price range between 14 inches closure and 12 inches closure should be about $5, $10, or $5, or even $3. It might not really be high. So I would rather advise you go for 14 inches closure if you're doing a 10 inches bulb. You know, the closure stays on top so that by the time they place it, it will come out longer when you're cutting, so that you give it a sharp cut. Do you understand? So the hairs that sell out faster than the other, I've mentioned long bone straights. Let me give you the lengths that move. 24 inches, 30 inches, 26 inches, 22 inches too. Do you understand? But 20 inches is not going to come out long. So I would advise you don't do 20 inches. Now, if you want to do this bone straight I've mentioned, 24, 26, 28, 30, you should do 300 grams when you're doing long length so the volume can come out. Now, when you're doing this bulb, 200 grams is what every one of us is selling. 2 bundles and maybe 5x5 closure, 2 bundles and 2x4 closure, 2 bundles and 2x6 closure, depending on the look you're going for and depending on how much you want to sell it. If you want it to be affordable, you can do 2x6 closure with this 10 inches. And mind you, the closure has to be like 14 or at least 12. If you are going to buy this 10 inches, please don't use a 10 inches closure. If you use a 10 inches closure, you're going to have to cut a lot of this bundle to get an equal length. So please, when you're doing your bobs move out very well. People always buy bobs. People always want short hair. And you know why bobs are so fast selling? Whenever you buy a bob, your sister can come and say, oh, I like this hair. And you'll be like, bobs are not really expensive. You'll be like, okay, you can have it. Or people are always collecting people's bobs. So this will always sell out. At every point in time, people always come buying bobs. 10 inches, short bone straights, 12 inches, 14 inches. But the best selling length is 10 inches and it's not so pricey. So for you who is starting, you can get this 10 inches and make it very affordable. So you go fit enter with that one. So from 10 inches, 12 inches, 14 inches, 16 inches. Please come out of go out and join again. Go out and join again. If you're not hearing me, it's obviously not from my end. I don't know what you want me to do. Is there a button to press for you to hear me? Can you go out and join again? Well, Holy Spirit, activate. Don't worry, the class is recorded. For some of you who won't be, who is probably not here at the moment, I'll share the video, you go back and listen exactly, and you join. It's clear. Okay, thank you for helping out. We have the bulbs. 10 inches is the best selling lens. You can also do 12 inches. You can also do 14 inches. Thank you. So from 10 inches to 18 inches, 2 bundles is perfect. 2 bundles can make a full fix. Now, when you're going higher, when you're doing the long bone strength, from 22 inches to 30 inches, you have to use 300 grams to make a full fix. But when you're doing this short length, 200 grams will make a full fix. Short length, 10 inches, 12 inches, 14 inches, 16 inches, and 18 inches. 200 grams is perfect to make a full fix, right? Hope that is gotten. And this is a 10 inches. This is an example of a 10 inches bone straight bulb. This is what we use to make the bulb when we are making all these short bulbs. I didn't bring an example. Hope you get it. So now moving to fast selling curly hairs, lens to look out for, right? Lens that you can sell and you make money. Lens that you can buy and it's not going to be pricey when you post it. 12 inches curly hair, you can try Pixie Coils, 12 inches, 14 inches Pixie Coil, 16 inches Pixie Coil, 18 inches Pixie Coil. And when you're doing this lens, the good thing about this is that you can do 200 grams and the hair will come out very full. You don't need to do 300 grams. Or you can also do 300 grams. But when you're trying to make a hair that's, okay, let your hairs be affordable, you can escape by making 200 grams curly hair and it looks very full and it will still be affordable than when you pay 300 grams or 400 grams or whatnot. So I'm just trying to let you know that if you're to do 200 grams, this is 1 bundle of my Burmese coil. See, it's very full. Now, this is even a long length. This is about 24 inches. If you should do 200 grams of this, it's going to be very full. But because this is long, I would advise you do 3 bundles of this hair. Do you understand? Because by the time you're done wetting it, it's going to come out really long so that it's still full. But if you should do all these curly hairs that are usually very bushy, when you do 2 bundles, it comes out full. So the length to do 2 bundles, 12 inches, 14 inches, 16 inches, 18 inches. This person. So some people are saying that they are not hearing me. It's not my fault that they are not hearing me, but
no, because on this other telegram,
you can hear me.
Let me try connecting to a different system.
Hope you all can hear me now. So how you measure grams? You can get a scale, right? This is 100 grams, 1 bundle. But some of these companies, their short lengths, like 8 inches, they make it in 50 grams. So get a scale for measuring your hairs. Always make sure you measure. Like there are some hairs I bought, they came back, and I'm assuming that this is 100 grams. Everybody knows that. And these hairs, they came back, and I wigged it, and I noticed that some of them are weighing 300, and some of them are weighing 300 grams. And mind you, I paired them with a 5x5 closure, which is more than 50 grams. So if I'm wigging a 3 bundles and a 5x5 closure, I'm expecting it to be very full. And some of the hairs are giving me 320, 310. So please, when you get your hair, when you receive, before you start wigging, weigh your bundles, get a scale, put it on top to show you 100 grams. Okay, you're good. Measure all the bundles to make sure that you're being sent the right hair, or you're being sent the right gram. Measure it to make sure you're getting 100 grams in all of them, because most of them will send you 100 grams, and this one will be 80 grams. Do you understand? So that's how you measure the weight of the hair. You're not going to look at this hair and say, oh, my hair, mathematics is 100 grams. No, you have to measure. Just like you have to climb the scale to know your weight. That's the only way to measure weight. Scale. Okay, with that being said, now I'm going to talk about most of the mistakes that new hairstylers are making, right? You buy a hair, like you want to start a hair business, and you buy plenty hairs. Please avoid the urge to buy too many curly hairs, because even now I have some hairs that I've bought. Okay, when I was trying out colors, I was like, I've been selling black hair. It's as if me self, I don't retire to they sell the black hair. I want to spice up things, and I went and bought colors. I bought this color that was supposedly sent to me, and it was looking nice. I was like, okay, let me buy this hair. This color looks nice, and I bought that hair. Do you know, up till now, nobody, I don't use the hair, do birthday to everybody. Nobody is buying that color. What am I trying to say? I can be able to take the pain or take the loss, because, okay, I've been in business for a long time now, and I have plenty capital and money, like stock, so I can take it. But let's say you're starting this business and you have 2 million naira. You cannot afford to buy hair that is a miss. You need to be buying hairs that are a hit. You need to buy hairs that if you buy it now, you sell it and it's sold out. You need to buy hairs that even if you don't sell it out, when eventually you sell it, eventually people will come asking for that hair. But when you use your 2 million naira now, that is not even enough to stock up a lot of black hairs. You now go and buy green, yellow. You're going to be tying down your money. And these are some of the mistakes that you make. And when you tie down this 2 million naira, now you end up selling. When you buy all these bulbs and you sell out the bulbs, you still need to sell out everything for you to know how much this 2 million naira has made. You now come and calculate your profits. But imagine buying goods of 2 million naira and you have sold out all the black hairs and you're left with the colored hairs. You have still not gotten your capital. You can still not calculate how much that 2 million naira made you, because obviously you're not done selling the entire hair you bought with that 2 million naira. So what am I trying to say? Please keep your circle small when you're shopping for hairs. Please avoid the odds. People will come and say, I want green hair. Don't you have like purple? Every time I fell for that shit, don't you have like purple? I'll go and buy purple. When I buy the purple, they'll wear it. Oh, it's fine, but I'll take the black. This is my experience, and it's over the years. So please endeavor to stick to what you know. Buy hairs that you're sure that if you invest your money on it, you're going to see your money next week, next 2 weeks. Even if you don't see it, somebody will garala and come and meet you and say, okay, I want black bone straight. I want black bouncy hair. Do you understand? Keep your circle small. Then when you must have made a name for yourself, you can afford to say, okay, what color do I want to try something different. However, if you must do colored hairs, I'm going to give you the colors that people will eventually come and they'll say, I like this color. Colors that are not too shouty, colors that are not. And sometimes when you ask these companies to color hairs for you, right? Coloring is very tricky. You can color this orange now, and the orange comes out burnt orange. And when you try to color that orange, it will come out bright orange. This happens to the best of us. So, however, if you say you want colored hair, they can even give you the color that is not even the exact shade that you want it. And you know, coloring is about shade. There's a shade of orange that you wear, it will look very fine. There's a shade of orange you wear, you will look brass. So try to keep your circle of colored hairs very small. Please, if you cannot hear, sort yourself out. You are just trying to get me agitated. Sort yourself out. Don't worry. If you cannot hear, I will video, I will record. I'm recording it. You will go back to the video. Now, what am I trying to say? Fast selling colored hairs that you can buy and people will buy it. Dark burgundy, known as dark wine. Some people call it dark wine. Some people call it burgundy. Dark one. The burgundy that is almost like black. Burgundy, not red. Not red. Please, dark colors. What are the dark colors? We have burgundy, we have chestnut, also known as, some people call it brown, some people call it chestnut. If you go tell your supplier chestnut, you go color brown. So let's just say brown, chestnut, right? We have chestnut. People buy this color because they are very safe, and when you wear them, they don't make you black or they don't make you darker. So when you buy burgundy, chestnut, and which other color is very safe? This ginger. But this ginger, you have to get the shade. Ginger, you have to get the shade. Ginger is like orange but darker. I don't know. But don't go and color orange and they'll give you orange in a tababa. No. So these are colors that you know, if you invest your money on, you're going to see your money. You're going to see people come to your space, or if you post it, it's not everybody that can afford to have a space, right? You can start your hair business online. Just make nice videos, post it. Get a dummy, invest in dummy. If you want to buy dummy, I have a plug for buying dummy. I don't sell, but I'll give you my plug. You buy those ones that have chests. It's very expensive, like 75,000 thereabouts. You buy it, you use it and advertise your bobs if you don't have, or you can also wear it if you don't have a shop. Do you understand? So colored hairs to try. I'm so tempted to say try dark blue, but that color, if you don't get the blue. So if you just want hairs that you are sure if you buy it will not get stuck in your hands, especially colored hairs, stick to burgundy and chestnut or brown or wine, which is still the same as burgundy. So stick to burgundy as chestnut. These colors move out faster. I bought them times without number and they cannot stay in my shop. People buy it all the time. So it's going to also work for you. Do you understand? Avoid colors like trying all those, even please, all those highlights that they color blonde and chestnut, please. That color, taking that hair to blonde, it might make the hairs to fall off. So it is going to have a lot of short hairs. So I'm not sure you want to invest on that. So just stick to plain chestnut. Pata, you use your hand and highlight it and give it blonde highlights, not them coloring it for you. So just do chestnut, do your burgundy, and you're good to go. If you want to just be extra, you can tell them very dark blue. Anything you're doing, let it be dark. Even if it's orange, let it be dark. If it's green, let it be dark. If it's bright, it's not going to move. Nobody will buy it. You end up seeing the hairs in your shop, and by that way, it doesn't make any sense. Do you understand? So now, we're going to move down to your marketing strategy. What's your strategy? How are you planning to enter? Fast selling hairs, I've mentioned it. What have I been mentioning? Fast selling hairs, bone straights, bobs, coily hairs. In coily hair, I mentioned bommies, pixie. You can do deep wavy. But deep wavy, always make sure that whatever coily hair you decide to do, that you can wet it. If you cannot wet it, don't buy. It means that if customers should scatter the hair and come back to you, there's no factory setting to that hair. You cannot take the hair back to how it was when it came. So always make sure that your coily hairs can be wet. Do you understand? Always make sure that the curly hair that you're buying, if you soak it in water and conditioner, it will come back as brand new. I've had this hair for about 3 years. Every time I soak it, it will come back. It will come back. It will be like, okay, I just bought it. So when you're buying curly hairs, please indicate on your notebook Stick to curly hairs that water can touch. Stick to curly hairs. Anyone they say, oh, you cannot wet it, don't buy. Buy friendly water hair. Do you understand? Hairs that are friendly to water. Hairs that you can swim and it will become fine and not ugly. Hairs that will not lose coils when you put it inside water, but will rather have more coils when you put it inside water. So these are fast selling hairs. Now going down to bouncy hairs. I'm wearing this length I'm wearing is about 12 inches or 14 inches. Bouncy hairs 14 inches. When it comes to bouncy hair, no matter the length, do not do 200 grams. Always stick to 300 grams because bouncy hair has to do with volume. It needs to be full. So when you're doing your bouncy hair, it should be 300 grams, 400 grams, 500 grams. If you can afford to, the fuller the finer. Do you understand? Those are the fast selling hairs. And in bouncy hair, we have lengths like I wrote the lengths that move out faster than the others. We have the 14 inches. That's a perfect length, not too short, not too long. We have the 12 inches for those that will say, I want you to touch my shoulder. I don't want you to pass my shoulder. That's 12 inches. You can buy that. Remember, you must buy 300 grams and above. 300 grams is a full. This is 300 grams. This is 300 grams. So 300 grams is a full fix. So you do 12 inches, 14 inches. Look out for 12 inches. Look out for 14 inches. Look out for 22 inches. Stop at 20. In fact, don't even do 22. When you are doing your bouncy hair, stop at 20 because once you enter 22, it will start looking like wavy and the coils will not be that visible, the bounce rather. So if you're doing bouncy hairs that you want the bounce to stay there, it has to be 12 inches, 14 inches. In fact, you can also do 16, but I don't really like the length 16 because it's not short, it's not long. So it's just going to be a waste of your money. So buy 12, buy 14, you can buy 18, you can buy 20. Please, let's stop at 20. For those of you that are just trying the hair business, don't go and buy 22, 24. It will not come out. The bounce would have fallen. The bounce on long bouncy hairs easily fall faster than taking the lights. Easily falls faster than the short lengths. This short length, they retain more bounce than the longer lengths. So we are trying to get you to buy hairs that will not put you in trouble. Buy hairs that the customers will order and they will not really give you bad feedbacks. If you buy 22, there was one time I sold 22 inches. Hey, 24 inches. A lot of people like it, but the ones that will still be like 3 people that will not like it because obviously they've hung it on the dummy and the bounce will now fall. Because most of these hairs are straight hairs that they've given a coil pattern. Do you understand? Most of them don't usually come bouncy. Like these Vietnam hairs now, for example, almost all the hairs come straight. When they now get it, because they want us to keep buying, they have to brand it. They can call it, they can go and add coils to it with all this coiler, or they will add waves to it, or they will add bounce. So that's not the natural state of the hairs. The hairs come as straight hair and they'll now give it coils so that we can keep coming back to buy. Because if they're only selling straight hairs, everybody will buy straight hair and will not want to buy hair again. So if they want you to keep returning and buying hair and business is booming, they have to keep giving you hairs that you will come back, okay, I don't have this bouncy. Let me come back and buy this bouncy. But if it's just straight, I'm sure by now nobody will be buying hairs again. Do you understand? Now, however, when it comes to bouncy hairs, you can try out your layers. For example, you can do 18, 16, 20. If you're doing 18, 16, 20, please, you have to indicate the length of the hair so you don't swap it. 18, 16, 20. When you are wigging it, tag it 20 so that you no go put 20 for where 18 go there. You go look like squirrel. So if you're doing layer, you have to be very skeptical and careful about it. Make sure you tag the length when you're wigging it. Put the 20 down, put the 18 on top, and put the 16. And your closure can be 14. Are you seeing the pattern? 18, 16, 20. Rather, let me call it in descending order. 20, 18, 16. So 20 stays down, 18 on top, and 16 on top. Then your closure can be 14. Do you understand? So you can try out the layer. This layer does not stop at 18, 16, 20. You can also do it 14, 12, 16. But no need of doing, you can also do 400 grams layers, 20, you can also do 18, 16, 14, 12. Are you seeing? You can recreate your layers. Always bring in something that will make somebody want. You know, you can sell a bouncy hair to somebody now, and you sell 18 inches, and you make that same 18 inches, you now make it 18, 16, 14, 12. When you make it 18, 16, 14, 12, the person that bought the 18 inches is going to be confused and will not know that this is the same hair that I have, and they will still come back and give you the money, because that 18, 16, 14, 12 is going to give them a whole different look. Do you understand? So from time to time, you can disguise your hair to collect more money from customers like that. Because if you keep giving them 18 inches, 16 inches, they'll say, I've bought this bouncy hair, but you need them to keep buying. So you need to come up with ideas. There is not necessarily colored hair that will make your money to tie down. So as a beginner, avoid buying too many colored hairs. That is the don'ts. Now, we're going to talk about your marketing strategy. That is where I come in. How are you planning to strategize? How are you planning to sell your hair? Do you just want to come and start selling hair? Most of you here don't even have the capital, but God will be with you. God will provide. But since you have taken the first steps, which is learning and getting the contacts, obviously, whatever you put your mind to, you're going to achieve it. Now, for those who have the capital, how are you planning to? Because it's not just to buy hair that is the problem. How are you planning to sell the hair that you are buying? How are you planning to move out this hair? Hair sellers, there's a lot of hair sellers. What is going to make you stand out when you come? Is your marketing skills. How are you planning to market the hair? Are you going to be a boring hair seller? Are you going to be the hair seller that is scared of showing their face? Please, if you are scared of showing your face, go and sell lace. Go and sell those business that does not require face. Hair business is showbiz. It's show business. You have to make the viewers fall in love with you. You have to create a personality out there. Do you understand? You have to create a personality. How do you create a personality that people will fall in love with and they'll keep buying? Do you know, I've come to realize that most of us are selling the same hair business. This person is selling the same shit you're selling bouncy hair. But why do people keep coming back to Bo? Why do people keep coming back to other hair sellers? That's because they have fallen in love with your character, whatever it is your personality is. They're falling in love with you. They want to give you your money. They're buying these hairs out of love. They're not buying these hairs out of the fact that, oh, I want to buy hair. They're buying this hair because they're falling in love with you. So what's going to be that personality that will get people to catch you? That will get people to buy your hair, that will get people to click your page and say, I want to buy this hair you're wearing. What is the personality? What's the strategy? What I'm trying to say is you have to create a personality if you don't have one. I believe everybody has a personality. I have a personality. I don't know what you think my personality is. But you could say, oh, Bo, I love her vibes. Oh, she's ras. Oh, she's playful. Oh, she's... Okay, let me tell you something. When I was doing my videos, I used to dance a lot and I'm always hyper. When people come to the store, they will not see me. I'll not be quiet. They will not say, she was just quiet. They'll start asking me, are you okay? Are you okay? I say, I'm okay, I'm fine. The point is they've already come, they've bought that hair. So now you need to create a personality out there that will make people to keep coming. Don't stop calling me Baza Queen. You need to create a personality that will make people, it's like a clickbait. Catch them. Anything you can put out there that will make them come. Make them come. The whole summary of this whole thing, your marketing strategy to be able to make them click your page, follow you, start liking your shit, start viewing your stuff. As they're viewing it, they become addicted to your videos. What is that personality going to be? That's what will differentiate you from every other person. Now, some people don't like my vibes. So, okay, I'm not sorry about that. Obviously, you cannot please everybody, but you need to please a large quantity of people. For the people that like my vibe, they are buying my hair. And they're buying these hairs out of love. They're not buying these hairs because, oh, your hair, is so beautiful. There are people even designing the hairs to be more beautiful. So these people are going to come and buy your hair because of a particular trait they saw in you. So as a hair seller and you don't have personality, that could be why you're not selling. They don't even know who this person is. Who is this person? You're just a hair seller. Who are you? What's the vibe like? Do they like your vibes? Do they like your personality? Oh, some people don't like me. Oh, she speaks Igbo. Oh, I don't like her. That's fine. But to the people that like you need to hold them. You need to make them, like now, my followers, you need to make them stay glued to you no matter what. So you have to create a personality. If you don't have one, please enter acting. So whenever those customers come and they say, Bo, you're so dull, what's going on? I'm like, I'm fine. They'll touch my body, are you sure you're fine? And I say, why is everybody asking me, am I fine? And I realize that the personality out there is the jovial. They feel like I'm jovial. They don't know that, I'm just trying to make a video. I'm shy in real life. If you now come and see me in real life, I'll not be quiet. You don't know that this girl is very shy. That all those things I'm doing is because, okay, I'm probably doing it with my loved ones, my cousins, my friends. When I'm with my cousins and friends, I feel very at home. I show my true self. But when I'm with a stranger, I cannot talk. So that's my personality. So what's going to be your strategy? What's going to be that personality? As a hair seller, number one key point, create a personality that is lovable. See, even if you're going to be a mad person, people will still love you. There is still a group. That's why social media is a crazy place, right? You can still be a mad person and people will be ready to die for you. That's why you see us disagreeing on different points of view. You are seeing that this person is weary, but some people will still come out and say, they will still defend that person. That's why you see some people snatching people's husband, and some people will still say, oh, my love, I love you. Why? Because people are wired differently. Whatever personality you decide to identify with, you're going to find weary people like you. You're going to find people in your category that loves you just the way you are. So, but some people don't have personality. There's nothing to love. When you just see that video, you click and pass. So you need to post videos that will make people, when they see it, they stop and watch. Now, let me even tell you something. Before I come to, okay, let me give you this hack, right? Let me give you a hack that can work for you. Do you know that your hairs can be expensive, right? But you decide to use one hair as a sacrificial lamb. What do I mean by that? You can be selling hairs 300,000, 400,000, 500,000. You now bring out a sacrificial lamb. Bring out one hair that you are willing to use as a sacrificial lamb. It could be your 10 inches bone straight. Now, what is this hair going to do for you? Your 10 inches bone straight, when you wig it, right? You know that the market value of this hair is like maybe 150K. What are you going to do? You sell this hair 100,000. You sell this hair 99,000 if you can. But please do not sell below cost price. Whatever you're adding your cost, always make sure you are making like 5K on top of the hair. Now, if you're making 5K on top of this hair, it's okay. Why? This is your sacrificial lamb. When you post this 10 inches, you now put a closure 5x5 or 4x4 or Kim K closure, and you now write it 60,000. What is going to happen? People are going to see. If you doubt me, try this process. Try it. Get a hair that you know that the market value is 150,000. Write it 70,000. See what is going to happen. They'll blow up your phone. So now, what am I saying? This can be your strategy. Look for a hair that you are willing to sacrifice. Look for a hair that is going to take you out there, because you need people to buy. You need people to even view what you're selling. You need people to come and buy what you're selling. And if these people happen, if 10 people happen to come and buy your hair, do you know what that is? Those 10 people are going to wear your hair. How did I come out? 50K store. See, it's not a mistake that I blew up. It's not a mistake. God's grace brought me this far because obviously there are people who are still working harder, but they've not blown. Now, however, it is not a mistake that I am where I am today. I have put in a lot of strategies, I've put in a lot of brain work, I've put in a lot of hacks that you are just looking at, but you don't know that all this is planned and executed, right? All this has been taught, all this is somebody's brilliant idea. What am I trying to say? When I came out, I called myself the 50K store. Guess what? Every hair I was selling I made sure it would be below 50K. It was 49K. But you know, it's very hard to keep up with that. There are still hairs that you see that is fine. It should not be 89K. Will you not buy the hair? You buy it. But that 50K store, I branded myself the 50K store and I started selling hairs below 50K. People were buying. Now, fast forward to coming to Lagos, it was still the 50K store. But you know, dollar kept going up. And when I came to Lagos, life in Lagos is as expensive as, it's not the same thing as when I'm in Umuahia. I'm taking keke 50 naira. But in Lagos, I cannot jump Molue or bus. I have to order Uber to my house. So it's expensive. That means my profit margin has to go up to match up the little lifestyle that is different from where I'm coming from. Do you understand? So what am I trying to say? This can be your strategy. If you think it's not going to work, get a hair that you're willing to do experiments with. It could be a bouncy hair, it could be a straight hair, it could be a bone straight hair. Calculate that hair. If that hair is going to come landing cost 190,000, sell that hair 192,000. Post the video of this hair, wear fine clothes, write 192,000, see what that hair is going to do for you. That particular hair, do sponsor that on that hair of 192,000 and see what this video is going to do for you. This video is going to get people who come buying the hair. Don't come out and start saying, okay, I'm a hair seller. Let me sell what Bo is selling. You cannot sell what Bo is selling. You don't have the crowd that Bo has. Bo has built her clients over the years. We have been through a lot. Remember, there are still times where I was very affordable. I was selling 3K because then my life there was very affordable. I would just enter keke or even walk down to my house. Do you understand? So it's not expensive, unlike when you are living in Lagos. But however, if you can afford to survive on adding 5K as your profits, it might not apply to every hair. Just bring out a scapegoat. That scapegoat is your influencer. Instead of paying influencer to influence your hair, use this hair as a scapegoat. Use this hair as that money that you use and pay the influencer. Now, you know the good thing about this class, unlike the previous classes that the suppliers are in Vietnam, if you're going to be lucky to be in Nigeria, this is a good plan. Hear me out. You buy this 10 inches. The landing cost is 96,000. Sell it 100,000. Sell it 99,000. You are going to bring traffic. You are going to get people to buy. Those people that are going to come and buy will go out and wear your hair. Oh, where did you buy this hair? That's how I blew. Where did you buy this hair? Bow hairs. Everybody, I was causing problem in the whole Lagos. 2019. Bow hairs. Every girl had my hair. Every girl had the bone straight I was selling. Every girl had the bouncy hair I was selling. And still disturbing. Do you understand? So now, for you to even get these people to come and give you your money, you need to put up a bait and let this hair be your bait. If the landing cost is 97,000, just use one. I'm not saying sell all your hairs 99,000. If you think my theory is not going to work, let's try and see. Put up a hair, write 96,000 and see what is going to happen to you. People will come and they'll say, people like cheap, they will always fall for cheap. That's why you see these scammers catching them on my comment section. Oh, we have this hair. Oh, pay 90,000. The TikTok page that is pretending to be me is obviously selling. If I write 460,000, it will write 160,000. They know that it's fake, because obviously you are following me on Instagram. But they will go and give that TikTok 190,000 because they are believing that, okay, what if it's real? What if it's view? They are willing to risk it. So bring out a hair that will be your influencer. Bring out a hair that will be your scapegoat. Bring out a hair and do this experiment with me. Sell it cost to cost or sell it 3,000. Look at how your life is going to turn around in the next 3 months. Because now, let me tell you, hair business is saturated. However, it does not mean that you cannot make it. There's still space. If I'm to come in this generation of hair sellers now, I'm still going to blow again and again and again. Why? Strategy. My strategy is very different. When I came in as a hair seller, I was dancing. I invented shooting videos and walking around. Before, people would stay in their shop, stay like this, shoot video. I was like, this is boring now. Claude, I invented going on the stairs and shooting my video. I can be anywhere. I can be on the roof if I can climb. Do you understand? That way, that's going to make you different from every other person. So you need to create a personality, number one. Create a personality that is going to differentiate you. Do you know your strategy? Let me now tell you something. When you post a video and you have 5,000 views, it means that 5,000 people saw this video. Out of that 5,000 people, let me not even exaggerate, out of that 5,000 people that saw your video, 1,000 is your future clients. 1,000 is an intending client. 1,000 is client that can come at any time and buy. Okay, let's not even exaggerate. 100 showed interest in your video. Out of that 5,000, 100 might come and buy. So you have to post things that will make people view you. When I started to, after inventing shooting video, walking through every compound, yes, I cleared that pathway for them. You will bear me witness that a lot of hair sellers started working. They now stopped staying in one place to shoot their video. They were now catwalking. And that became a thing. And they were all selling, right? So what is going to be your strategy? You are not going to come and start catwalking. People are already catwalking. What are you going to do that will be different? What are you going to do that will make people view your shit? Let me now tell you something. Do you know that your strategy can be to be annoying? Like Nigerians, like they're obsessed with people that are annoying. If you check the traits of all these social media people that are annoying, people that are doing things that are paining them, they keep going there because they feel like they will tell the person, your mother should be ashamed of you. Your father should. This does not apply to everybody because some of you are so decent and you cannot afford to annoy people, right? You might not really do my strategy. There was a time where I would wear short skirts and my bum. Not like I did not show my bum, but you see a bit of my bum and I would stand and people were viewing, they were insulting me. If not that I don't marry now for share gay banza. Now I'm not annoying people, but guess what? If I was still annoying them, I would have reached 1 million followers by now. And if I want to reach 1 million or 2 million followers, I know what to do. Please, for you people that can afford to annoy people, please do it though. As they are coming out, before hunger will kill you, do it. When you can, okay, see, you must not necessarily embrace nudity, right? There are so many ways to annoy people. There are so many ways to annoy people. Do you know that you can be doing your hair video now, you will not start eating? Like every time you're shooting your hair, you are eating. They will say, ha, big, always eating. You can start shooting your hair. Every time you're shooting your hair, you're in the kitchen. But you need to make it an everyday thing. Do you understand? It needs to become a part of you. You need to be consistent. Like, for example, now, I've been wearing this hairband. Do you know, if I had brought in this hairband to sell, I would have made money. I wore this hairband for 2 months. No, for 1 month. I caused problem. Everybody, hairband. I'm using this hairband as a case study to what I'm trying to teach you. Hairband, this hairband, before you know it, they brought in the fake of the hairband. When they brought in the fake of this hairband, the person that bought this hairband was selling it as at then in the Gucci store, it was 600,000, depending on the rates. As we were there, rates flew, the thing skyrocketed to 790. Obviously, a lot of people cannot afford that, right? Now, what will now happen? The people who are now selling the face say, I have it for 15K. I even saw a comment that said it's 1.5 in trade fair. I said, Jesus, 1.5. What am I trying to say? Because I formed the habit of wearing this hairband, every other person fell in love with it. I can influence anything. Imagine I had this hairband, I would pay, I would make a lot of money. People will buy it. Do you understand? So you need to maintain something if you're doing it. If you're going to bring out a pattern, you need to be consistent. Let's say your pattern of shooting video is going to be, okay, you cannot sit in the toilet and shoot. Do you know now, if you open an Instagram page and the page will be you're sitting on the toilet to advertise your hair, do you know you're going to trend? They will say, have you seen this hair seller that is sitting on the toilet to advertise hair? They will sort you, idiot, fool, hey, before you know it, you're trending. Are you willing to trend by every means? So now, don't worry, it's not going to define you. When they insult you and people are coming and people get used to you, see, when people are hating, they have what they call the fans. They can never hate you. If you like shit and fling it, they're in love with you. They will always defend you. And then they have the haters. Those haters, they play a very vital role. They're the ones that will keep you going up. So now you need those haters. If you're doing something and everybody loves, sometimes when I'm getting lovey, I try to annoy them. Because if everybody's falling in love with me, how will I get people to hate? Those haters, they pepper them. They will always come to your page. Let me see that stupid girl. They'll come. Yeah, cover your body. A shower. But the lovers now, they love you. They might not even be as active as the haters. So I'm not necessarily saying you guys should do weird, crazy things. It might not be crazy. It might just be, you can be advertising your video. You can be advertising your hair whenever you're cooking in the house. It can be a strategy if you keep doing it. Yes, it can be a strategy if you keep doing it. Just find something and stick to it. Keep doing it so that you trademark it. When it comes to shooting video and working through the compound, everybody knows that Bo brought that strategy. Before, when I came, when other hairstylists were still there, the old bees, at least I came out with them. I was the normal hair, I was selling hair, right? They used to just do videos sitting down on the chair, and they will now use this hairbrush and do like this. Who wants to be using their data to watch you brushing hair? Nobody. So please spice it up. Do you understand? Spice it up. It could be, okay, do things that will make people stop and give you that 2 seconds and watch your video. Come up with strategies. You make money. There's still a lot of money to be made. There's still, okay, now, like musicians, we have David, who is already a superstar. We have my Wizkid, who is a big superstar, Burna Boy. It does not mean that there's no new artists that people want to fuck with. Do you understand? So still do something. There's still a lot of space for new hairstylists to come and shine. There's still a lot of space for money to be made. Do you just want to be that basic hair seller that is just selling hair and making 500K in a month? That basic hair seller that does not everybody can be a star, right? Do you want to, it's left for you to decide how bad you want it. Do you want to just sell a hair and just be there and make money from it, or you want to sell this hair and be known when they count top 10 hair sellers, they count you. When they talk about hair sellers, they must put your name there. You want to be the best in what you're doing. How bad do you want to be the best in what you're doing? How bad are you willing to be the best in what you're doing? You have to come up with strategies. You're not just going to start saying, if you are shy, I'm sorry, this is not going to work out for you. You see, I'm shy too. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know that I'm such a good girl. They don't know. They probably think I'm a bad girl. I'm in a shower or whatnot. Before they didn't even know I had a man and I was getting married. They thought, this one that is shaking bumble, prostitute. There's nothing they did not call me, but I can bet you that they have more body count than I do. But they've judged me because of my countenance. which can always be. You can always rebrand. You can always rebrand. You can always come tomorrow and say, okay, I want to act like a posh girl. But now the difference is that you have money to act like a posh girl. Unlike before, if you are broke, you cannot act posh. So first of all, go out there, push tables, create your own pattern, create your strategy, create your personality, make people view you. By the time they view you, they can decide, oh, I like this person. If they don't view at all, they don't give a shit about you. They need to give two shits. They need to view your stuff. They need to get fond of you. They need to get used to. They need to get addicted to you, to your videos. That's the only way they can say, oh, if they want to buy hair, Bow Hair is selling hair. The name that comes up to their head. The name, when people want to buy hair, they say, there are names that will come up. Make sure your name is among the names that will always come up. When people are looking for, okay, I want to buy hair, there are a list of names, and my name is among the names that will come up. Do you want your name to be among the names that will come up? Or you just want to sell hair and just make money and be good? It's depending on you. Do you understand? Now again, there's another strategy, however. If you don't have the strength for all this blah that I'm talking about, there's a strategy, which is selling cheap. Selling cheap will always be a strategy. Check all the people that have blown. Check one of the characteristics they sold cheap at a particular time. Why am I saying this? Selling cheap can never go out of style. However, your plan is for a long term, not for a while, right? So you can afford to sell cheap. Beat the market price. Post this my hair now. There's a girl that's already doing it. And you people are seeing her, right? She will post this hair. She might not even have a lot of stock. And she writes 130,000. Comments. How much? I want. That hair, if you sell cheap, is going to get you engagements. I was selling cheap when I came. I was selling very, very cheap. Because life, like I said, life in the East is very affordable, unlike Lagos. So if you even happen to be in Enugu, Abuja, or other places that is not Lagos, beat the prices. This is just a temporary plan, right? Sell cheap, get them. When you get these people to be believers, that means that your fans, they're going to keep buying from you, because obviously they've tried the hair and the hair is too fine, right? The hair is too good, the quality is great. They'll keep coming back to buy this hair from you. They'll keep referring people to buy this hair from you. So selling cheap can always be a strategy to enter the hair business. Sorry, economies are generally. So selling cheap will always be a strategy to enter the hair business. Post that hair that people are selling 239. Sell it for 190 and see what happens. Make a fine video. It should not be ugly. Make the hair, touch the closure, use wax. Learn how to style. Touch your closure very well. Wear the hair, make a video. See, you don't need to even dress up too much. Go to Bend Down Select. Buy crop top. Tie it. If you have pot belly, cut your down. You can shoot it and show from here, right? You show the hair, turn, shake it, and write a ridiculous amount. See, you might not make money, but by the time you have gotten 10 people to buy from you, 10 people will go and tell 20 people that her hairs are very affordable, her hairs are very cheap. Those people will come and buy just to confirm that, oh, is it true? Before you know it, you have built your client base. And before you know it, these people are stuck with you. Unless they buy your hair and the hair becomes bad. That's when there's the problem. So how do you get these people to trust you to give you your money? You have to put up a base. Either you sacrifice one hair and make it a scapegoat, or all your prices. If all your prices are, imagine selling a bob and you are selling in 90,000. Now that dollar is this amount. Please, in everything you do not sell below cost price, because that's no longer business. If you can afford to put 2,000, 3,000 naira on top of the hair, then you're good. Don't worry. It might not favor you at first, but over time, it will favor you. Over time, people would have bought that hair and they're coming back, they're coming with their friends. That time I was in Umuahia, Lagos people, it was just one girl. If I find that girl, I will dash her hair. That bought my bouncy hair, 14 inches. How much that time? Dollar was 400 and that hair was about 35,000, 45,000 with closure. Hey, this hair was fine. That time the quality was the best. Unlike now, there's so many hair sellers. Obviously, when demand is high, supply reduces, quality reduces a little bit. It does not mean it's not good though. But compared to that time that we were just about 20 hair sellers in Nigeria, you cannot compare the quality to now. So this girl just bought my hair, and the hair was, good. She wore it to work. The next thing, she brought her madam. Her madam came and bought the hair. She brought her colleagues. They bought this hair. I do sales. I sell out. And I check when I print out the names and the location. I'll be seeing places like Lagos. They were always buying my hair. I say, let me go to this Lagos. By that time, you will see me wearing bouncy hair. 300 grams with closure, 90,000, 80,000. Life was good then. Do you understand? And I was very affordable. And when they tried the hair, some people thought it was not real. So when they bought the hair, they tried it and they saw that this is the same hair that they will sell to you for 500,000 or more. You blow up. So selling cheap cannot go out of style. It can never, if you're looking for the fastest route, selling cheap can never go out of style. Bring a hair, sell it, beat all the price. Why are Igbo men? Why are they rich? You see an Igbo man selling something, they always do well in business. Why? Because they will bring up something that somebody is selling 1,000 naira. They will tell you that do you know what they will do? They will add 30 naira and sell it. When they add that 30 naira and sell that thing that somebody is selling 1,000 naira, maybe they now sell their own for 890. When they sell it for that 890, right? They've gotten a client. That client, one client is a lot. That one client will start singing their gospel and be going and bring the family members, bring their friends to come and buy. So they start creating their client base. When they know they have gotten you, they can now increase and say, oh, this hair is no longer 930. This hair was 1,000. This hair is now 1,500. And because you know that you've gone to somebody that told you 1,000 and this man told you 930, you will just say, oh, he's selling cheap. You will still buy. It takes you going to go and compare price to know that, oh, he's cheating you, or oh, his profit margin is too high. So what am I saying? Beat everybody's price. It will always be a strategy. You always blow in the hair business if you do that. We always see you. People will always come and comment. Let them comment. Even if, and you know the funny thing, this class is so blessed that the suppliers I'm going to give you here will allow you to do these things. Why? Why am I saying this? Now, it's no longer like you buying the hair and waiting 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Most of the suppliers have, like 2 out of the supplier have a branch here. So if you're to post this hair, you can afford to beat the price down. You're no longer going to be paying shipping, right? Just post it and write, if the cost price of the hair is 95,000, sell the hair 97,500, sell the hair 98,000. When you post it and say 98,000, when they pay in, you say delivery can start in 24 to 48 hours. You run and go and take that hair, order that hair from them. When you order the hair, you send it. That way you are just doing business with their money. Are you seeing? You can afford to make a lot of money. Are you willing? How bad do you want it? How bad? Most of you are lazy. How bad do you want it? This class, it only takes somebody that they have sworn for not to make it. Because if you should put in this strategy that I'm telling you and take this supplier's contact, make your nice video. See, you cannot just post what is not fine. No. It needs to be fine. It needs to be very, very cute. So now, first of all, if you go through Instagram, those hairs that you see and like, how did they style it? They styled it very well, right? If you post rubbish and write it 95,000, even though it's cheap, nobody's even going to view it. So number one, you need to style it. Make sure it's very fine. Let it be as fine as a hair of 500,000. Sell it 99,000 if you can afford to. If you have done your costing, if the cost price of the hair is 90,000, sell it 92,000. Just sell it. You are trying to get your clients base. You are trying to get people. Give them a base. Sell it 93,000. They are going to buy. They are going to bring their sisters. Before you know it, gradually you can increase your price, and they will not know that, oh, you have started increasing. Your profit is no longer 2K, you have increased to 5K. It's no longer 5K, you have increased to 10K. And why would you sell it for 5K when you can always call the factory and say, oh, do you have 10 inches? I want it. They will use this part and send it to you. And you sell it instead of putting it for 150 and be waiting for when one person will waka and come and buy it. Instead of waiting for one person to buy it, put it for 90K and 10 people will buy it. And the 10 people will go singing your gospel, singing your praises, and more people will come and buy it. Before you know it, you will do sales. 200 customers will give you their money without even seeing the hair. Trust, because they've tried your hair and it's good. But how do you get them to try your hair? How do you get them to give you your money? You have to engage them. Give them a bait. Give them an offer that cannot be resisted. Give them an offer that if they see it like this, they'll say, I need to buy this. Let me just try. Let me just see what will come out of this. What is going to be that strategy? Do you understand? What's going to differentiate you from the rest of the Instagram sellers? I think I have one word. Huh? I think I need sweets. I need glucose. How many students do I have now? I don't even know to 2,000. Oh. Now,
So you want to sweet.
I've given you two strategies, right? Your strategy can also be selling expensive. I'm going to give you a supplier. Okay, let me show you. Sadly, I might have to pull my hair to show you something. So this is the baby hair. They call it baby thin hair, whatever. I'm going to give you the supplier. See the hair. Your life is about to change. Whoever misses this class has missed. Plot twist. So let me show you. This hair has not been styled though. I've not styled it though. It has been in my box. I didn't even know that it was still remaining since I bought it. So I've had this hair has not been styled, right? I'm going to give you the supplier. If you are going to sell expensive, it has to be worth it. Selling expensive, this hair is expensive. It's like 1.something million naira. How many people can afford that? So if you're going to sell expensive, make sure you are giving people value for their money, right? I'm going to give you this supplier's contact, and you can stick to expensive hairs. You are not going to follow us and be selling virgin hair. You can stick to this type of hairs. It means that you are choosing who your client base is going to be. You don't want the middle class to buy from you. Obviously, they've not even seen 1 million naira, not to talk of buying hair of 1 million naira. That's why when dollar increased, I felt so bad because there are hairs that are so nice, Chinese hairs that like I sell 139, 149, and an average person can afford it. Then imagine dollar increasing so bad times two. That hair that I'm selling for 129, 149 now becomes 290 something. It's so exhausting, so tiring. And the hair that is supposed to be cheap will now become expensive. So now, let's say you want to do luxury, it means that you're not going to mix it with this affordable hairs, right? You're going to stick to this hair of 1 point, and you sell it and write your 1 point, and people will still buy it, but it go hard though. It go hard. You need to actually style it, give them value for their money. But even in that luxury, you can still afford to be cheap. But selling expensive can also be a strategy, because people like things that they cannot afford. They like to lust for things, especially Nigerians. They like to put their hand where they know reach. So when they see that hair of 1 point, they'll be like, I must buy this hair. They can start saving their last card to buy that hair. And oh my God, that hair had better be worth it. Because imagine somebody doing Olosho, and save up that kind of money to buy your hair and buy 1.2 million naira hair, and the hair do anyhow. Hey! They will finish you. So make sure you stick to luxury if you're doing luxury. Do you understand? Because these hairs, they're very, how many people can buy? When I bought this, I was crying. I sent them $15,000 at first for how many pieces of hair. When it came back, it was not much. I was like, what did I just do? But I kept it because I can flex like that. I can decide to invest 50 million on a random thing, hoping that whenever I sell it, I sell it. That's not really my capital. Do you understand? So I still have one. I even took one of the hair to just experience if there's any difference in this hair. So that is it. So I'm going to give you this baby donor contacts. You buy their single donor, not just the baby donor. Now this baby donor stops at 26 inches. So if you want to do 30 inches, 36 inches, do 4 bundles. When you do that 4 bundles, 36 inches, right? If you do 4 bundles, 36 inches in the raw hair, normal single donor. If you do single donor, that is not the baby donor. That one, show me beer. Let me just take one turn. I'm about to have a short clip. Thank you. Eh? So imagine somebody save up 1 point something and buy hair, and the hair go dey misbehave. They will drag you. So if you're going to do luxury, stick to luxury. It can also be a thing. You have your own client base. They can always come and buy. But you're not going to have that crowd. But you have your 20 customers, 30 customers, whatever. So decide what client base are you trying to appeal to. Do you want to sell just the luxury, or you want to sell to many kind of, me, I have this one, and I have affordable hairs, and I have the virgin hairs, I have the single donor, and I have the baby donor. I have everything. Do you understand? But I will not advise you have everything. Look for one and specialize on it. Look for one and specialize on it. Can I still wear this? Anyway. Oh. I don't look so terrible. So your strategy can also be to sell very expensive hairs, and you have your client base. But you need to identify somewhere. You cannot be annual. When I come to your mind, I have a lot of customers. I'm appealing to most of the affordable Nigerians, not like luxurious Nigerians. However, if somebody walks up to my shop, because I have done business for quite a long time, I can be able to still buy hair of 1 point something and just keep it for people that can afford it. Do you understand? So you now, I would advise to stick somewhere. Don't be middleman. Choose your battle. Are you going to appeal to average Nigerians, or you want expensive clients. You want to sell luxury, expensive heads. If you want to sell that, you have to invest. Please, I don't do blend. I don't even know about my hair blend, to be honest. If you are doing blend, I don't blend. Blend is not hair. Blend is not hair. So I don't know anything about blend. However, you can just sell Chinese hairs than blend. Please. How can you be selling blend? I don't know about hairs. I sell real hairs. I don't have blend suppliers. So now let me give you another strategy. Do you know that people like to watch realistic content now? So let's say you're a hair seller. Let's say you're a hair seller, right? And you start posting your day-to-day activity. Let's say you are even living in the ghetto. Film your ghetto-ness, post it. Film whatever it is that you're doing, post it. People like to buy from people that they like. If they keep watching you, they will not even know that they're not your friends. If they see you, they're like, they call you, oh, they're expecting you to know them. I don't know you. Because obviously, I'm not watching, I'm not watching, right? People like to meet people with people that they they that they feel like they know them just beyond this business. So please, you can start from anywhere. You might not have, you don't need to be rich to enter any business. No, you can even be in the ghetto. Post your ghetto. You know if you start shooting as in a very, very tough, you don't have to have a shop in Lekki. Start from wherever you start. If you are living in a one-room apartment, bring that your just release about it. Bring that your hair, bring that your stand, bring that your stand, shoot your hair, make your neat content regardless of your environment. So the strategy, I'm saying this strategy now, you people are not writing it down. This is for me. You and you can blow from there. You understand? Then with time you can always readjust your time. With time you can always readjust because you can't survive like that. 3,000 or 4,000. You have gotten your client base, they are fairly, fairly those sources are gotten from different people, not from one place. People can be able to tell that this is both strategy, this is both that it is safe. Because over time I've not changed from my yeah, asking was single draw was double draw. Single draw when it comes to all these veggies, they have single draw and double draw. Now, double draw or super double draw are the ones that are very full from beginning to end. When you are coming down the head is full, buying the super, which is full from beginning to end. And you can use two months to make it. Head business with the supplier that I'm giving you. If you are in Nigeria, you don't even need just buy you can with 500K you can buy like some bulbs, one everything. Usual has to be longer. If you're doing 14 inches, your closure should be 16. If you're doing 10, your closure should be 12 or 14. But it should be 2 inches longer so that you can always cut it to get the equal length. If you're doing 18 inches to bodies, your closure should be longer so you can always cut it to get an equal length. Right? The once here you do 300 grams. Post it. Sell it very cheap. Add your if you do exchange rates, add your costing and everything, and you add your small 5K or 3K. Sell it. Sell it even with 2K. Post it. Make it very nice. When they see it and the order is, you go back and order. Do you understand? If you go and put your price higher and you don't have followers, it might be really hard. You just end up wearing the less. I'm sure that's the problem now. So no matter what I'm holding, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. What do you want? Is this 10 inches now? This is the super double draw. It's full from beginning to end. If you're going to do, if you're going on your page, they follow you. You know what they say that when they like your, they value your way, they follow. When they follow, when they want to buy hair, make it look very flat and fine, yeah, it's right. If I give you this hair, now you can also see, you can imply this method of writing on the video. If I give you this hair for 60 quid, you will collect. You now do sponsor that. It might not even be that you are giving the hair for 60k, but you are engaging with them. You are giving a content that is engaging. Don't be boring. People don't like boring people. That's why once in a while I like to spice things up a bit. And I know how to do for sure. Another strategy I came out with, I was the first test seller to name a hair randomly. All these people that are calling Gucci face and all those things, they like to Bo. Bo invented naming a hair a random name. I was the first seller to call my hair Dollar Street. I was the first seller to call my hair Mexican coils. You don't know what hair is Mexican coils. Mexican, guess what? I sold only Mexican farmers. Too much. Only Mexican. I was not posting states. Every Mexican. I bought Mexican 10 inches, 14 inches, 16 inches, 18 inches. And I was posting it. I would do 200 brush it down, post it. Okay. This is strategy. It's strategy. It's strategy. If somebody is calling their hair Gucci hair, it does not mean that the factory called the hair Gucci. For example, like come my bone straight, dollar bone straight, I have luxury bones, luxury straight. And a lot of people join me. They join me and they work that for me. Brand your hands. Call your hair anything you want to call it. Confuse the seller, confuse the buyer. They will have no option than to give you that hair. But if you come and post this hair and say, this is SDD portrait, the worst mistake of your life. SDD what? That means you have given the hairstyle a clue. If you come and say SDD portrait, the hairstyle will now go and look at your caption and see that this is a silly SDD. Oh yeah, now, mirror portrait. This is mirror portrait. It's when you finish styling it, all these hairs that is shining, you can say mirror portrait, glass portrait, slippers portrait. It does not mean that's the name of the hair. You name. So you would determine what people are going to call your hair. Name your hair, confuse everybody, confuse me. I think what's in the hair, that's fine. You say Fendi Bounce. What is that? Fendi Bounce, you just decided to name it Fendi Bounce. You're naming the hair. I invented naming of hairs. If you know me, I had one hair that used to call Honey Bounce. Chase people, confuse everybody. Thank you. Thank you, my sister. Celebrity fringe. This is so odd. I bought out a hair that you people know where I'm buying it from. And I called it celebrity fringe. I sold celebrity fringe more than 5,000 pieces. More than. There was a particular set I sold celebrity fringe, 800 people. But I packed celebrity. I packed celebrity fringe. I'm tired of selling celebrity fringe. I'm tired. So when you get this hair, name it whatever you want to name it. Do you understand? Invest the difference, even though people are copying now, which is still good. It's a strategy that anybody can lift up. You understand? It's not like you should mark the meaning of hairs. You can decide to call your own liver bounce, kidney bounce, eyeball streets. Just come up with names. Do you understand? Brand your hairs, call them anything. These factories basically have SDD. SDD was when it comes to Beijing hair. SDD was just single drum was just and double drum. So when I buy it, I'm not saying my own is dollar. Love single straight. This one, that one. Avoid the need to call your hair SDD ways. Even there's this I'm calling SDD fridge. It's not even, they don't even know what it is. I've confused everybody. If you understand, avoid to call your hair what is actually the name of the hair. Avoid it. Avoid it. Confuse everybody. Don't come and say, okay, the fact is calling it physical, you say physical, or they are calling it bonus, you say bonus, please. Confuse everybody. We can even afford to do all that stuff because obviously we have grown by the grace of God and we can do anything. Tell me something, call it a name. Do you understand? Yes. Yes. Maybe it's the genius. They can say some factors call it maybe, some call it veggie. I have two factors and I have two factors that call it. So I'll call it veggie. So that depends. It's still the same as one, like joining different hairs together to make it fix. That's the only way they can even make super double because if you notice some of the single donor they can't see, whereas this is very thick from beginning to end. The only way you can achieve this is to add the mixture of different textures and add this to one day. That's the only way you can achieve the body. So just name me something so that when I look at the hair, I cannot be able to tell is this what hair is this? Is it from Vietnam or from Chinese? Do you understand? Give me a run for my money. I confuse everybody with their father. Do you want to tell them the name of your hair so that they will go and bring in the hair and start selling it. I confused people for Mexican coins over a year. I had a top hair seller that sent somebody to come and buy. People, do you know people came to buy one bundle of Mexican coins? I said, I'm not selling one bundle. I know you're a hair seller, but you're trying to know the head that I'm selling. I'm not selling one bundle. That's why you want to check it out.
Is it also, after it's for
I think go let's come on. Am I good? I don't mean it. They say no give it for anyone buys. They just buy like crazy. Sorry, I don't know what caused me. Oh, you okay, you have gone crazy with this name. You have gone crazy with this name. Why naming your hair? You have to be innovative about it. Don't go and name it straight. Please. I was only exaggerating. If you're straight, see, I don't want to tell you about this straight thing. So, okay, guys, but sorry. So, so far, so good. Do you guys have any question? Any question you would like to ask concerning anything I've said that you didn't understand? Not those that came late. It's all about. That's nice. You can say sultry, clumsy. You know, be creative about it. It needs to be sweet to the mouth and to the ears. Sweet when you are pronouncing it. Not inapposite to wear. So now, don't let me because of this relevance. No, be creative about your names. It needs to be sweet. You can say car, car bounce, car streets, no car. You know, just jump on the train from the street. Okay, so for most of you who would like to do sponsor that, what I'm trying to say in essence is that for it to convert, you have to use an engaging post. It can be where you are wearing a nice hair. Do you know that you can blow by becoming the hair seller that cooks with firewood? It's just that the hair will be smelly. Now, for you, you have to create your own blowing you. Nobody is going to come and blow you up. How do you want to blow? Even when I came, I had to create my own blowing. I was wearing mini skirts. That I had now, I did not have. I did not care. I was wearing mini skirts. It can be something as simple as cooking with firewood. They are cooking with firewood. You now show a bouncy and you now squat and do it like this, do it like that. Before you know this blocks to start to see, before you know it's your fire, before you know it, you are a top seller. Do you understand? Somebody asked me what sponsored art. Sponsored art, you don't know what sponsored art is. I don't believe that. Sponsored art, to hide the art you do on Instagram to improve visibility. However, let me give you this advice. When you start selling hair, you're going to have people come and accuse you that you gave them fake hair. How do you spot a fake hair from an original hair? The very fastest way to do that is to do a body test. Tell the person to bring the hair, cut out the body, to burn it. The one that turns to ashes is the real hair. The one that is doing like rubber, that is melting, and is doing like plastic is the fake hair. So please, always be able to defend yourself about that. People are going to talk, even when you give them the best hair. Like this is my last sales now. I sold water coins to over 400 people. Only like 400 people bought that particular water coins. And among that 400 people, I saw 3 people say of 3 people, I'm returning this hair. This is a fake hair. I'm like, are you crazy? Fake hair that I wore. And I actually saw his wife for like 1 week. It was so fun. I kept making you feel like you're a user. And you now come and tell me, oh, God give us a contract. I cannot do that. The funny thing is that a lot of people don't know that. The contract I give them, like this contract now, in my other class, I gave them the contract. Very nice. they have one of the best structures against this contact, but they still try that say fake hair because even then, these people when you send this hair out and they come and make you feel less of the person because they know say as they shine, they glow because they know that you are not come. They want to mess with your head. They tell you this like this hair is fake hair. Please don't say so. If you know, unless you know that you sent a fake hair, people are going to try to mess with your ego. So far as you know what to send them, you have to send and say, okay, you see to say it's a fake hair, send it back. Do your bond test, make a video of it. Okay, let me tell you a story. The reason most of us are the reason why I'm doing this class, I've had a lot of life experience and experience over the years. Just recently, there is a contact I would have given you guys. It's making the head by the time we are done, I'll be able to complete. And as I was going, I paid another $10K, paid $5K before you know it, I paid $25K because I know it should take them like 2 weeks to make this thing, right? Ladies and gentlemen, this woman told me that she was done with my hair by the time I was able to complete that something $1,000 that she was done with my hair. She's sending it out, she sent it. I'm not giving the contact yet, I'll drop it in the WhatsApp. When she sent this hair out, mind you, I've waited for 3 weeks for her to make this hair. And I was planning that I would use this hair as sorry, I will drop it on Telegram. Sorry. I'll drop the contact on Telegram. And I said, I take this hair. I didn't see my 360 list. I didn't see my frontal. I didn't see my a lot of things. I didn't that I said you told me that you said everything. There was even this very long hair that is about $960 for 300 pounds. I didn't see it. I was like, when you told me that you should this hair, I thought that she's not beautiful. Hey, I said, hair, batch by batch by batch by batch. Therefore, defeating the purpose of investing $35K on a lot of hair. By the time that 369, I wanted to sell it Christmas. You know, people want something different and they want to wear maybe 360 days. You know, this hair did not come. After some time, this one started telling me things like that she has shifted my hair when she has not shifted. You know what I did to her? I told her, I think they are mad. I will show you. I did a fake post. But not the fake, she ran away with my money and blocked me. Hey, the woman that was snubbing me for almost 1 week now came back and said, sorry, dear, I've not said it. Let me not lie. I said, what will you tell me that you have said it? So now that's about that. How do you handle clients' complaint? If a customer is complaining about a particular hair, how are you going to handle it? How are you going to handle it? Most of you will face challenges like falling out. So keep it classy so that when she wants that and she wants to call you out, the proof will be there that oh you kept it clean, you kept your own part of the bargain. And they are complaining about the particular hair. Don't always be in a hurry to discharge them. You can say, okay, can I see the hair? Most people complain over nothing. That's how one woman came and bought hair. When she came to buy this hair in my shop, there was one hair that was hanging there. And she liked that hair, but the price was higher than what she could afford. I ended up advising her or convincing her to take another hair. This one took the hair and came back and said that the hair is shedding. But I brush it. I was just seeing maybe 3 strands. Are you going to say your hair is shedding? The same way that your natural hair is falling off, one or two or three. It's the same way these people's hair will fall off. It's not magic. Then imagine a case whereby the hair is not even on the scalp. The hair has been taken out and has been sewn on. It can always pull off and fall, but always make sure that don't be quick to discharge them. Make sure that you do your own investigation to confirm your sources. When I brush the hair, I told the woman there's nothing wrong with this hair. I just feel that I can still like that other hair. And that was the mistake I made. But, okay. So always try to settle things with the customer. Always try to meet them halfway. Do not be an unreasonable seller. I am 800 customers. 800 customers. And 20 come and complain. It's not a bad one because out of that 800, only 20 is complaining. It's not everybody that will like, and if they don't like things as much as not liking the color of the hair, if the customer should buy a hair and thinking okay to be brighter, and the hair comes to the customer is a bit darker, that alone can make them say, oh, this hair is a black hair, I'm turning it, meanwhile there's nothing wrong with the hair. So if you notice that the customer is having, you know, this hair that came back, the people are informed them. The customer can even buy the hair. When she gets it, she will see that she has got this kind of hair before. And she will just start complaining about things that are not realistic just because they don't want that hair again. If you happen to find yourself in that position, offer exchange if you know it's in the money. When I started, I couldn't do refund because I don't use the money to buy another hair. How will I refund you? So you can do an exchange just to satisfy buy them. Don't be in a hurry to discharge. Don't be in a hurry to so don't be in a hurry. Make sure you keep your own part of the bargain. Then let's not be that person is mad. So that when you're fighting that person, even the universe will support you. Okay? And doing class, waiting there's a customer here. The case. So now, how do you let's talk about your costing, right? Now, for example, how do you call your closure price? Maybe the closure is $20. You now do $40 times 3. That's 120 plus $20 plus $40 plus $40. That was 160, right? You now add this 160. You now do naira equivalent. Please always, if the exchange rate is 1,000 naira, always add extra so that you don't lose money because the rate is fluctuating. You can do 1,100 or 1,050 naira. You now do 160 times 1,060 naira. You now get the cost price, right? Don't forget to add your shipping costs. If you paid 600,000 for shipping or 200,000 for shipping, you can divide it among the heads. I think you can come as you can just add like 1K for shipping or 2K for shipping. Add your shipping costs. If the head is in the week, add your big money. When you add up that cost, then you can determine the cost price of that head. Then when you have determined the cost price of the hair, do one bundle and closure. You cannot do one bundle and front. You have to do 2 bundles of this. 2 bundles of this can make it full. You have to do 2 bundles of this and a closure. Just so I've basically talked about a lot of areas. Your marketing skills is what to take you far. You can start off with 200K. It all depends on how you want to do it. If you're starting up with 200K, you can buy a bulb, right? You buy a bulb. That is, you buy any bulb. Because that's basically what your 200K can afford. When you buy the bulb, you shoot it. You now use the money to can. When they order, you can now buy for them. However, you also need to buy other types of things. Now, I also have another strategy that can make you that can take you up there. Selling one type of hair can also make you grow. You can decide to are people seeing me? Some people are saying that they're not seeing me. Let me know. Okay. So, selling a particular hair can get you out there. So, if your strategy can also be that you don't sell long hairs, you sell only box. Do you understand? You invest all your money in buying bobs. You can make the bobs it to be in a blunt cut or to make it layer. You can layer the bobs, or you can make it in a blunt cut. So you can specialize on just bobs. All you have to do is buy bobs, rig it, try to make it look stylish. You can pair it with a 5x5, a frontal, a closure. You can add highlights. There are colors that are so nice. If you do like black and brown highlights, brown chestnut or burgundy, but you are just doing bobs. And again, you can also blow by doing volume. Do you know that there's this hack? You can decide that, okay, you're doing bouncy hair. You now wig 400 grams, 500 grams. You now post it. When you wear that 400 grams and make a video, the video will definitely enter Explorer. It will go viral because you're doing something that not everybody's doing. It is not regular, right? You do it, and you will now be known as the voluminous hair seller. You can be doing 500 grams, you write in 5 bundles. When you are done doing that 5 bundles, in order not to tie down your money, you lose it and still do your 300 grams. But the video is out there, and the video will definitely appeal to a lot of people who love volume, that want to know what does this hair feel like. Do you understand? But you can still loosen the hair and convert it back to 300 grams, and I add another 300 grams and wig the other hair. But that being said, you have done that video. That being said, you have done that video, and the video is out there, and the customer have seen the video. Do you understand? So your strategy can be volume, 600 grams. You said the voluminous hair seller. It will be your name. The volume hair page, whatever. Just you have to be creative. That's what I'm trying to say. Because there are a lot of hair sellers now. People want to give their money. Somebody say my book. People want to give their money to somebody that they know, okay, that is going to make them feel in a way that they've not felt. It's for both strength, they got both strength, they got this. So now create these hairs that in the imagination will wound them when they see the hair, they'll be like, Jesus, they click. Because me, when I see things like, okay, for example, you saw the way I was advertising my Mexican. I will come, I'll pour water on it. I was even advertising under the rain that Mexican loves water. I advertised that hair. See, the effort you put in is what you're going to gain. If you're just sitting down and doing lazy and shooting the video, your money will come lazy. If you put in time into something, it's definitely going to bring out results. When I sold Mexican, I advertised it. I'll go under the rain. I'll be brushing it. It will be drying. I'll add a little bit of conditioner. It will be drying. Everybody went crazy. There's nobody that didn't buy that hair. If you didn't buy that hair, you were not a babe as and then. If you didn't buy that hair, you probably haven't started making money to buy hair, or you're not into hair. But if it's like you're into hair, everybody bought my Mexican as at 2019. So what am I trying to say? Pick up a strategy, pick up a hair, and put in your all in that business. If you do the business, okay, let me shoot the bob. You don't style it, you just do it anyhow. Your money will come anyhow. But if you pick up this bob, you do 300 grams, you do 400 grams of a bob. You use your hot comb, touch this place, let it be flat, wax it, do this one, shoot it. They will see it now, even slightly bob it, and the volume will be doing like this. You do that kind of video. Obviously, people are going to buy. People will buy it. So you do not have the luxury of just doing anyhow because nobody knows you yet. So you need to make them know you. Put in effort, it will always convert. If you do it anyhow, you see anyhow. If you put in small efforts, your money will be small. If you go all out, your money will be all out. It will convert. How do you import hairs? I'm going to give you the supplier. You write your order. What do you want to buy? Do you want to buy bone straight? Do you want to buy 20 inches? Do you want to buy 30 inches? You write your order, you send to them. You write your closure, you send to them. They send you the dollar equivalent. It's being sold in dollars. When they send you the dollar equivalent, I will also give you an agent. You now send Naira. Ask the agent, what's the rate? Agents will not tell you the rate. Rate is 1.7, rate is 1.6. You not send the agent the money. The agent will not pay the factory. This is for people who haven't done this business before. The agent will not pay the factory, and the factory will ship your hair back to an agent. And when it comes to Nigeria, they'll send you your shipping cost. They can say, oh, shipping is 300,000. They'll convert it to naira. When they say it, you pay your shipping cost and you carry your hair and you start selling. It's very easy. The agent is more like a middleman. So that's how you import. This class is going to, you already have the supplier's contact. I'm going to give you the agent's contact. The agent is for converting money and paying him money. Do you understand? What is there to teach you about 360 lace? 360 lace is from year to year and all the way back. I wrote it down, but you can see my book. I think I talked about it. 360 lace is, so this front half is 13 by 4, right? The 360 lace will go all the way back and you can pack a ponytail. So instead of packing this hair now and you're seeing this cap, when you pack the 360 lace, you also see lace here. So the lace is not just like this. It's going all the way to the back. Do you understand? That's a 360 lace. People don't really fuck with that. So that's a 360 lace. So please avoid the need to form a group, move and avoid the need. You're here independently. I don't appreciate people who form a group to do this and do that. All of you are competing. You're not one big happy family. You're here to make money. After this class, focus and do what you have to do. You can always ask for advice when you need it, but if it's to form a group for what? There's no need, because you're not going to save any cost. The shipping cost is being calculated by kg. If you still form a group and buy 1,000 grams, it's still going to be calculated by kg. Do you understand? So please avoid the need to form a group. Be here to learn and move. If you need any advice, this group is basically for, after like a while, I will dissolve the group, because whenever you leave the group, they become very, very, when they go and they're serious. You see them sharing posts on the platform that does not require what we learned in the class. You now be sharing memes. You're not here to catch cruise now. You're here to make money. Have that at the back of your mind. It will help. So question time. Is there anything that you would like me to talk about that I haven't talked about? So now, some of the problems you might be facing to create visibility on your business page. Avoid the need to make long videos. If you're shooting your hair, it should be minimum of 20 seconds. Your video should not be, don't exhaust the whole 1 minute. No, it should be very short. They should see less, but they should see detailed whatever they're seeing. So you show the closure, you turn the back, move very fast. Nobody will see. And the first 2 seconds of the video will determine if they want to watch it or not. So make sure it's catchy. Do you understand? The first video can be, what if you see, they watch it because you are trying to say something that is not just hair. People will easily get bored of buying hair, especially when it's not salary time. Always show them why you're promoting your content. You can post content that is not even hair related. Make them feel like you don't want them to give you your money. Then strike when they are least expecting it. Let your page be a fun page. Nobody wants that boring business page unless you just want to be here. But if you had come out as the very first, you can be boring. But now competition is too much. So you have to be creative. You have to be special. Okay? So you have to make contents that are engaging, post contents that people would like to view. If you're going to explore page, whatever you see and stop, we create that content in your own way. Do not do copy and paste. Okay? If you're even trying to, if you're inspired about the content and you're trying to create it, also add your touch. Please do not be a copy. If you copy, we twist it in a way that is going to be the way you are copying it. And then they have the Chinese hairs. They're a bit affordable. I also give you Chinese supplier. They sell pixie koi. Now I bought pixie koi from Vietnam, and it's even fine. It's even fine. But however, their texture is coarse. So when you get the pixie koi, you cannot just wig it. If you get a Vietnam coily hair, you cannot just wig it and start brushing it. Please know this, because they will insult you. You will come back and tell me that I gave you a fake contact. If you buy a Vietnam coily hair, get your coil lala, get your water, spray it, brush it. You have to arrange it. It should not be the way they send it to you. Make it look soft. Don't just pick it and send it out or send them the bundle. And if you can afford to be selling only wigs, better for you to limit the complaint. Okay, if you send a bundle to somebody, they cannot afford to do all that wish that you are doing. But if you are to wig it, you will do everything and the complaint will be very small. When I was selling bundle, I noticed some people were complaining because by the time they buy my hair and I bobbed it, I cut it, I did a lot of things to it, and they go to Onitsha. They don't have that kind of stylist in Onitsha to make that hair look the way I made it look. And that automatically, they'll tell you that this is not the same hair. Do you understand? If you're buying curly hair from Vietnam, please, you need to touch the hair. After wigging it, water it, add your coil lala, make the hair look juicy and attractive. Then now post it. You can shoot a video under the sun. Do you know you can blow by making 600 grams coily hair? If you buy coily hair, you buy 30 inches, you make 500 grams coily hair, and the hair will be so full. You see that on the floor, you video it. You make that kind of videos. You video it. Before you know it, it's something different that nobody has done. It's something different. People start viewing you. So, generally, put in an effort, beg to differ in everything that you are doing, beg to stand out, and you will be there. Shoot your content. It should not be more than 10 seconds. Very neat, clean it. Even if you are in a dating environment, people like to view dating environment. Is a dating environment, not dating environment, like say, they like to view a ghetto environment. Maybe you are in the sand or in the village. They can view it. Go to the beach. If your house is not fine, shoot your content there. It's something different that they can relate to. You understand? Show them your vulnerability. They'll fall in love with you. And boom, you are popular. I may not even recognize you. So don't come and do the video like a lousy. If you behave, my mother used to say lousy. If you behave like a lazy person, the money you get will be lousy money. So please put in an effort. Always put in an effort. And make sure you post at least 3 times a day, whether anybody's buying or not. Do not give up. Post. Try different things. If you shoot in the room, it's not working. Go to the toilet and shoot. Go to the toilet and shoot. Go to the kitchen and shoot. It will work. When I started, people wanted to frustrate me. I say, you know what? Let me go to you. I went to you, paid for shopping, team shop. It did not work. I didn't stop. That's the funny thing. I said, you know what? Let me post online. All these people here are giving me dead vibes because they know that I grew up from Umuahia. If they come, they'll be buying from Lagos people. They don't want to give me their money because they're looking that they're seeing me. Okay, let me post online. Oh God. And I posted. When I posted online, when you post online gives you such a platform that you can communicate to anybody from any part of the world. Like in this class now, we have people from different countries. That was why I had to adjust the class to suit their timeline. So online gives you this liberty to communicate with a lot of people. So you don't know who is seeing your shit. A lot of people buy your hair that is not even from wherever you are. So that's the freedom you have. Utilize it. I was in Umuahia. They frustrated me. I pimped shop for them. As at then, the shop was higher than the standard of the whole city I was coming from. Pimped the shop, did everything. They would just come. They would go and buy hair online. They would not buy from me. People that would buy from me would tell me if they pay salary. By the time they pay salary, they will come. They've used the hair. It's shed, it's shedding because they know that they've used it and they've not paid you. And what can you really do? Are you going to fight? I tried to fight, but how many people can you possibly fight? So what did I do? I said, no wahala. I didn't give up. I moved. I went to Yo. It was not working. I started posting online. Created the 50K store. Posting. Before you know it, I started shooting video in front of my door, shaking my head, walking around, dancing, trying to make it fun. And before you know it, they're viewing it. They forget that they're viewing a business page. Oh, this is a business page. They start having fun. If they stay a day, they've not come to my pages. I see that they've not taken that cocaine. They'll come back to come and view my shit because, well, they're getting used to the girl. They're getting fond of the girl. So make your page a fun page. Everything should not be business. You don't start now and start doing packaging. Say you never make money. They go, they do tag, dummy, shoot. You are too big to show your face. The money will too big to come to your side. Period. I got a pig, guys. I'm coming. So, however, if you don't have the energy to, show yourself and put yourself out there, you can always improvise. You can always improvise in your strategy. Some people are telling me I can't find the supplier's number. I haven't shared the supplier yet. I did not say you should ventilate closure. What is going on? You buy your closures from the factory. Nobody wants to see. I've had heads that people bought and they tore the closure and I've had to ventilate it. And it will not be as good as when they send you the closure. Do you understand? So why will you want to ventilate your closure when you can just order the closure when you're ordering the bundle? Come on. What advice for beginner trying to raise capital? The best option right now is that you should have a capital, even if it's small. You would have to buy the hair and advertise. And if you're in Nigeria, favors you the most. You buy the hair and you advertise. You just buy one piece. Shop smart. You have to shop smart. Don't go and buy anyway. If you don't have money, how can you even shop anyhow? You have to have money to shop anyhow. So you just buy 10 inches bulb, make it. If you're even in school, hey, your students are your customers now. If you're a student here, buy your bulb, invest in styling, watch YouTube videos if you don't have the money to pay for styling. Learn how to blow dry and straighten. Learn how to use the hair wax to touch the flying hairs of the closure. Do the hair so well, cut it, and you wear it to school. When they see your hair, oh, where did you buy it? I sell, oh, how much? You come and now shock them with the price and tell them that it's 90,000. They'll be shocked. They'll say, I want to buy. Before you know it, you've started selling hair. Let your students be your first clients. And don't go telling people, I sell hair, or come and buy. No, that's not a way to advertise. How do you get people to buy something? Wear it. Let's say I wanted to sell this hairband, and I came and said, say, hairband for sale. They will not buy. What's the best way to advertise what you're selling? You have to use it. Don't go about telling your family member, oh, buy from me. No, don't do that crap. Nobody's going to buy from you because they feel like, oh, they're doing you a favor. Wear it if it's fine. For you to sell something, it has to be what is right. Make it gorgeous. Wear it, slay. And they will be the one asking you, where did you buy this thing? But where did you buy this hairband? Where did you buy? Before you know, people cashed out from the comment section. Like, yo, I didn't even sell the hairband. So what am I trying to say? Wear your hair. Don't go and say, I bought this hair. You buy, you're not doing the bundle like this. No, wig the hair, cut it, touch hair with this nice closure. Now, trim it, do a bob, wear it, always iron it. You can start from wherever you are. You don't need to have so much money. If it's in school, your students are already your future clients. I'm sure they're buying hair. So utilize the opportunity that you have. The school is such a big place. So, any questions? Factory wigs. So some people, when they come, they say factory, you gave me a factory wig. Factory wig is just bundles that were rigged in the factory. It does not mean the hair is not good. I hear people, they tag it, this factory wig. They've so much talked about factory wig like it's a condescending thing. Okay, let's say I buy hair coils now. I buy this hair. This is hair coils from Chinese, right? Let's say I buy this hair. One bundle with the rates now should be about 50-something thousand, right? Okay, guys, look at this beautiful hair. Now, let me tell you a trick before I get to what I'm saying. Imagine making 500 grams of this hair. Do you know how fine it's going to be? Very beautiful. You make 500 grams of this hair coil. See how it's bouncing. See, I'll give you the supplier. I need you to succeed. But you una go come see abuse me, say rubbish contents, and God will judge us. So imagine you do 500 grams of this hair with closure or frontal. Hey God, it will be fine. And when you're doing bouncy hair, invest in volume. Volume makes it fine. Do 500 grams, do 400 grams. If you can afford to, the money go chop. But if you try 10 inches or 12 inches, now pack it. That's even, I remember something, I'm going to buy this hair, 500 grams, and I'll wig it. You see what will happen. It's to sell out. Film before you do Jack Robinson. So I was trying to say something before I started all these ones. So now, imagine I come now and I say, this hair coils now, I buy it from the Chinese factory, right? I now tell them that they should wig this hair for me. Are you going to call it factory wig because it was wigged in the factory? It's just factory wig. It does not mean that the hair is not nice. I mean, this hair costs a lot of money. Could be like $55 for this 10 inches. $55 times 1,800 or 1,700 or whatever the rate is, times 4 pieces that you are buying. Then you now add the closure. The money will run into 300 and something or 400. So how is it a bad hair? Do you understand? So factory hairs are just hairs that are rigged by the factory. Most of them are nice. Most of them are really nice. I've had my celebrity fringe for 4 years now, or 3 years and counting. and it's fine. If I bring it out and add water and conditioner, it will be so fine. Meanwhile, celebrity fringe, I sold it 35,000. Hey God, now it should be more than 100,000 because of the rates. So what am I trying to say? It does not mean that the hair is not a good hair. So just wigged in the factory. So they just call it factory wigs because it was wigged in the factory. Any other question, please? I've spent how many hours in this class? About 3 hours. 3 hours. So I would like to answer some questions now. Packet hairs, I don't sell packet hairs, so I'm the wrong person to ask what of packet hairs. If you are trying to sell packet hair, why are you in this class? You shouldn't have paid. Factories, for those of you abroad, factories can wig for you. However, ask them to put the adjustable band because they always make their wigs look very big. So with the band, it can always be adjusted to the person's head size. Yes. So you're realistic. I'll drop the suppliers, you guys. Should I end the class and drop the Are you done with me? If you are done with me, I would like to excuse myself so fast. Then the question stroke. You guys calm down so I can be able to read. So the factory in Lagos, they still charge you in dollars because the rate is not stable. So all the hairs that I'm giving you, the Vietnam, if you're looking forward to hairs that you can color, please stick to Vietnam. Chinese hairs don't really have the strength. You can color and it will shed. Unless you're buying the S super double joint. They have double joint in Chinese. Unless you're buying that one. But I will advise you do hairs that have a bit of coarse texture so that by the time you color, the hair can turn to a softer texture than buying an already soft hair to color it. We are not having another class after this, but I might come on live tomorrow just for you guys. For people who missed the class to take some questions. The class was supposed to end today. But after dropping the contact, I will still come on live tomorrow in case you have very important questions after assimilating what we've talked about. You can't do 8 inches closure unless you're doing, remember, if you're doing bouncy hairs, you don't need to buy longer closure. This longer closure only applies to bobs, people who want to trim their hair. So if you are doing bouncy hair, you can stick to your same length closure. If you are doing 14 inches bouncy hair, you can even do a 12 inches closure or a 14 inches closure. If you are doing coily hair, you can stick to same length closure. This longer length closure applies to hairs that will need to be trimmed after wigging. The minimum hairs to buy from wholesale to get wholesale price is 1 kg. So the 1 kg does not mean you have to buy one particular hair 1 kg. You can buy one particular hair 300 grams, buy coily 300 grams, buy bouncy 300 grams. By the time you add this, it's almost up to 1 kg, which is 1,000 grams. So for your bouncy hairs, right? I've showed you the Chinese bouncy. It has a softer texture. However, do not forget to tell your clients that they should not hang their bouncy hairs because they should not leave their bouncy hairs hanging on the manicure. It will fall. So when they're done with their bouncy hair, you see the way these people, they are not full. If you notice, when you bring out this bouncy hair, they have a net which they put it, meaning if you want it to stay bouncy, it needs to be inside somewhere that is packing the bounce like this. Then when you leave it like this, If he's standing, it will just straighten because this was a straight hair that was turned to a bouncy hair. It's just knowledge, wisdom. So, if possible, always tell them to pack back their bouncy hair. They don't have the nets, they can pack it in a ziploc and put it. They should not leave it hanging on the dummy because they come and tell you the bounce have fallen. You send me rubbish, you send me what I ordered versus what I bought. Blah 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 blah. So avoid that. Yes, now. So now, if you're looking forward to buy, where can you buy your bone straight? If you notice, I never told you to buy Chinese bone straight. The best bone straight will have to be in Vietnam. So they have different categories. They have the virgin hairs, which have the super double drawn, the double drawn, and the single drawn. And they have the donor hairs, single donor hairs, which they also call raw hair that can be gotten from just one donor. And they have the baby donor, which is the tiniest strand, and the quality is higher than the rest I've mentioned. All these are Vietnam hairs. So if you are going to be buying bone straight, stick to Vietnam hairs. They have one of the best bone straights. If you're going to be buying bouncy hair and you don't want to wahala like that, you can stick to Chinese bounce. However, Vietnam still has the best bouncy ever, but the textures are not soft. Why some customers are a sucker for soft hair. If it's not soft, they'll say it's synthetic. Do you understand? So if you were to be me, which one will you do? If you don't have capital, how are you going to get the video to pre-order? You can do like the companies in Nigeria is your pre-order. It does not even take 1 week. It does not take 1 week. All you have to do, you must have to buy the hair that you're going to display. Are you going to be stealing videos? Not if you steal video, you likely not blow. Check all the people that have stolen video. That signifies that you're not reliable. As a business person, you should be able to create your own content. Don't come and say video not from us. Don't come and do inspiration. It means that you're just joking around. To be honest, that's the soft truth. You're just joking around. So if you want to sell your hair and you still need to do pre-order, you don't need to tell them that you're doing pre-order. All you need to do is buy the hairs that you can show. These factories are already in Nigeria. Ask them if they have this hair in stock before advertising it. Advertise it, and when they buy, you go and pay and collect the hair. Life and aga. Which countries have the best hair? The people that have the most hairs are Vietnam people. However, they also have Cambodian hairs. But the hairs that you use from day to day, just stick to the Vietnam hairs. Stick to that baby. If you really want to do like high quality, stick to that baby donor. There's this content I'm going to give you. I keep saying when you see their hair, you'll be mad. They have the best quality hair, the texture. Oh God, you love it. You love it. I've used it for 2 years. I didn't want to give it out, but I did no longer. And I was like, let me surprise you all. Can't see me leave and join back. Factories in Lagos will give you price in dollar. If they give you price in dollar, you still need to use the agents and just pay them. The agents have a WhatsApp number. They don't need to be in Nigeria. You just chat them up. What's the rates? Because rates is not stable, you have to always ask for rates. You'll be surprised that the rates you buy in the morning is not the same rates you're going to buy in the evening. So you ask for rates. When you ask for rates, you just send them the naira. You can send 1.3 million if it's about $800 or whatnot. Do you understand? You pay and you pick up the head. They can even send the head to you same day delivery, and you make your money. If you can pay in dollars, perfect. They'll send you their dollar account, which is even better. If you can pay in dollars, perfect. Why not? Okay, let me get to my questions. You can start with 200k. That can only buy about 2 hairs. Short hairs for that matter. So it's doable. So for that short hairs, you can just buy 10 inches bulb with closure and buy 14 inches bulb or 14 inches bulb with closure. You can only buy 2 hairs. That's if it's real. Because sadly the rate has not been encouraging. But if it was when rate was 1,000, you can buy like 300 grams bouncy hair and a straight hair for that 200k. I'm giving Lagos contacts. Those Lagos contacts also have a warehouse in Vietnam. So if you're not in Lagos, you can still buy from the contacts from anywhere in the world that you are. Whereas the advantage is now that they have a branch in Lagos for those of us in Lagos to make cool cash. So instead of saying sold out on any hairs, you just order it. So you cannot be sold out. You cannot afford, unless the factory does not have the hair here in Nigeria, but you cannot afford to be sold out. So I've bought hair from 3 companies in Vietnam. All the ones that bought their hairs are good. However, the baby donor contact I'm giving you, you can try that one to see if it suits your taste, since you have a lot of high taste. So you can try that one. Don't worry, I'm giving you about 7 contacts, so you should be able to find the one that works for you. If you wear this hair, you have orgasms, my sister. So for you that have bought straight hair in Vietnam that you don't like, buy this baby hair. I'm giving you their supplier. I bought this for 1.5 million. The contacts, I bought it from somebody on Instagram for 1.5 million. My sister, I've been using it. I don't even know why I'm going to share it for people that pay 39,000, but that is what my mind is telling me to do. So I want you guys to be happy. I want you to actually prosper very well. So you can
Finish, tell them recap. Let's start.
okay. So you guys, I will share the video of what I've taught so far. Please go back and watch it if you were not in this class, because we have about 3 something students. So go back and watch if you were not in this class. I've saved the video, watch it, assimilate it. If you have any questions you want to ask, I'll come back tomorrow for question and answer, and anything that you probably don't understand. Wig making plugs. I have a wigging company I can recommend for those in Nigeria if you don't know how to wig. So all these questions, save it. I'll drop the contacts and I'll drop the video. And tomorrow I'll drop. So by what time tomorrow? Let me tell them ahead of time. Tomorrow's own will be early.
You tell them. You post it.
I'll post it.
You like
Okay.
it.
So go and watch so far. We are coming back tomorrow for a touch up. Okay.